Bridie's Diary, from the Lesbian Diaries series by Giselle Renarde. Read by the author. The house. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. I don't even know where to start. It's been nearly 40 years since I've looked at a diary, much less written in one. The last time I set pen to paper, I was probably mooning over David Cassidy. But I didn't need an excuse then. Why am I looking for an excuse now? When I was young, I never sought permission, not for things like this, for writing my experiences and my emotions. It was taken for granted that a young girl needed time to herself, time alone with her diary, to work through the changes that were happening in her body, in her life. Well, I need that time too. My body is changing. My life is changing. I need this. Hear that, diary? I need you, now more than ever. Because right now, more than any other time I can remember, I have nothing. I have no one, except this house. I have this house, and the girl in the basement, though we haven't even met. Apart from that, my whole world has come crashing down. Or did I tear it down? I'm not entirely sure. Let's start with the house, shall we? The house is an instigator. This house started everything. Or perhaps it was a phone call that started everything. My brother called to tell me this place was on the market again. The house we grew up in. This house. He's the only one in the family who's kept in touch with friends from the island, from this small town where we were raised. When we were teenagers, the one thing everybody had in common was a deep spiritual thirst to leave this town, go far, far away. Most of my friends left before I did, but I got out eventually. How the place didn't become a ghost town, what with the droves of teens leaving on an annual basis, I'll never know. I suppose some people stayed. That's how my brother found out our old house was up for sale. He heard it from someone who'd stayed. We got talking about the old days. My siblings and I don't get together much, so we like reminiscing whenever we get each other on the phone. We talked about the many quirks of this creaky old farmhouse. No double-glazed windows, no sir. Those panes rattled and shook any time there was the slightest breeze outside. Those old windows didn't do a great job of keeping us in either. We started sneaking out when we were, say 11, 12. They talk about kids today, but we weren't much better. In some ways, we were worse. Climbing down the trellis, me and my sisters running around with older boys, with the ones who hadn't yet fled, dreaming about the day when it would be our turn to shake off the dust of this one-horse town. And yet, here I am, back again, after all these years. The husband. After I got off the phone with my brother, I wandered into the living room where Aldo sat watching TV, Al Bundy style, with one hand shoved languidly inside his trousers. When I walked into the room, I caught him picking his nose, one hand in his pants, the other lodged up a nostril. He didn't stop just to humor me. He looked up, thumb inserted deep inside his nasal cavity, and asked, who was that on the phone? I told him who. I told him about the house I grew up in, about it coming up on the market. Oh yeah, he said, which might give you the impression that he was engaged in our conversation. I can assure you he was not. He removed his thumb from his nose, but he didn't take his eyes off the TV just because I was pouring my heart out. I told him how much I would love to put my feet inside the old place, see what kind of changes the new owners made after my parents sold up and died. Can't you
Sample complete. Ready to continue?